Okay, first, some background. You see, when Kenichi and his friend were getting bullied, this is actually by the time when Bakugo shows up and joins in on the fun. This time, Izuku shows up to help. And yeah, seeing how brave Izuku is, considering that it's pretty much they're pretty much outmatched to high hell. Yeah, it's pretty much gets Kenichi to stand up and join them, as well as his other friend. They still get their asses kicked, but it's more admirable. But are saved by Miyu. But here's actually why. You see, Kenichi, just like his friend, are quirkless, just like Izuku. Which is why they were getting bullied in the first place. The people who were bullying them, they have strength enhancement quirks. And Bakugo, seeing this as a good time to have some fun, of course he's going to join in. When Miyu shows up and kicks all their asses, they ask what her quirk is, which she is also quirkless. Them running with their tails between their legs. But this time, before she leaves, Izuku asks, "How did you get so strong?" She's like, "Oh, my grandpa's dojo. Yeah, I've trained there since well, now I just train." "Really? Do you think we could?" Excuse me. Why are you dragging me into this? Well, you tried to help me, and I'm pretty sure you want to get stronger too. What about your friend there as well? As they're pretty much having a standoff. Because I don't think they would mind, but I'm not really sure. I could go ask. Can we go with you? As Izuku and Kenichi go, while his friends, I'm not so sure about this, and they go separate ways. Y'all must be thinking, motherfucker, you're gonna put Kenichi and Izuku as kids through that hellish training. No. You guys forget. The only reason he's not dead from Apachai alone is all because he envisioned Izuku or Kenichi as a kid. This time they actually are kids, and he knows how to hold back. Either way, they accept it, and the training goes on their way. When it comes to the parents, Kenichi's dad is actually a lot more accepting. He sees how much being weak actually hurts his son's pride, or how much he hates being bullied and all that shit. So you can make my son stronger? Well, as long as this is what he wants. And mind you, his little sister isn't around yet. So yeah. And that is how their training goes underway. It's not nearly as ruthless as it is at the beginning of the anime, because, hell, they're kids. They really don't want to risk a lawsuit when it comes to Apachai. So they actually go through this process smoothly, slowly building up more and more muscle, having much more time to relax and be kids. And Miyu is more than happy to have the company. And Izuku, not being more of an analyst compared to Kenichi, he actually is able to pick up on things a lot faster, even helping Kenichi understand things that would normally fly over his head. Though he does get scolded for pretty much giving a cheat sheet to Kenichi, he doesn't really care either way. But other than them going to relatively the same area, they do end up going to different middle schools. And they don't like to flaunt their training after all these years. They don't like to fight unless they have no choice. And now it's the end of said middle school, in which Izuku, he still wants to be a hero. And thanks to all that training he did, he knows he can put up a way better fight than he ever could in the original canon. So, what does he do when Bakugo blows up his notebook? Well, I say blows up, but he tries. Oh boy, does he try. Izuku is way too fast for Bakugo's eyes to really see them. As everyone is shocked at this, they still laughed. Though he is built, they still laugh at him. But that little display of speed just getting like, wait, are you sure you're quirkless? Yeah, I'm quirkless. Why do you care? No reason. But it's when Bakugo goes in, hands blazing, teacher being like, I don't see a thing. Just knows that Bakugo gets dropped. Everyone's shocked. The teacher's like, how? Oh, that's easy. I'm better than Katsuki. Everyone just shocked to hear this. He's like, did he really just say that? Did he honestly? Yes, I just said that. Yeah, I'm better than Katsuki Bakugo. I don't care who knows. Especially this guy right here. I put up with a lot of his shit, and I ain't dealing with it anymore. I'm going to UA, and you sure as hell ain't gonna stop me from doing that. Got it? And if you're still not convinced that I can be a hero, as he looks around the whole class, especially as teacher and Katsuki and the little friends, all he does is place his hand right on the wall. With one sudden motion, the wall is in pieces. Everyone shouts, it's like, there's no way you're quirkless. Oh, there is a way. I know the way. I am quirkless, and I don't care. This power I got is mine. I've cultivated it. I may not be as strong as them, but at the very least, I have shown a lot of progress compared to how I used to be. Do any of you guys have a problem with that? As Bakugo is just speechless. This is not the same Deku that he's bullied for all these years. This is someone much more serious, someone much more confident, something he never thought could happen from a quirkless loser, at least someone he thought as a quirkless loser. So, Bakugo, though he is still confident, he knows that Izuku can actually put up a fight. And the 10 months of training. You know what? Fuck it. Let's get to the Sludge incident, in which Izuku already notices the malicious intent and easily takes out the Sludge villain. I mean, it takes him a lot more punches than it would All Might, but still, he's still training. Though I do feel like All Might is hella stronger compared to the other masters of Rin and Paku, they would still beat him in technique. Not strength, but technique. And that's pretty much all Izuku needed to beat the slush villain. So when it comes to All Might, when he sees him, he does still admire him, just nowhere near as extent as canon. When it comes to him asking for his autograph, he's not nervous or anything like that. He doesn't ask if he could be a hero because he already knows he can be. Not to mention, All Might does see great potential in Izuku. Up to the point where he's about to ask him, what's his quirk? But Izuku is already gone. He's leaping from rooftop to rooftop, just trying to get some training in. That's how he travels. He doesn't take no bus. He doesn't take no subway. That's how he travels. Just so he can make sure he doesn't get rusty. He never skips leg day, you could say. When it comes to Kenichi, he's similar, but he's a lot more just leave me alone, let me tend to the garden type guy. When it comes to his abilities, he just ignores them because he knows what he could do. And though he does face some opposition, his middle school at least, is mainly quirkless people. There are some people with quirks, but nothing too flashy, just some small enhancements. He does think about going to the whole karate club, judo, or whatever, but it'll be just too boring compared to what he has to go through when it comes to Rinsenpaku. And yeah, it would be, considering everyone else are masters of masters, ruthless people who actually don't really go through tournaments, but actual legit fights, which are far more dangerous. The tournaments are rules to keep people safe. In an actual fight, anything goes. There is no safety net to really protect you. Anyway, he and Izuku are hella huge friends. They just don't know where the other guy is. He pretty much just faded in with the shadows for some reason. Kenichi is worried about him, and Izuku's, maybe he just went his own path. We shouldn't bother him. But if we do find him, we could hang out together. So, I'll race to the dojo. You in training? Yes, me in training. As they rush. But as soon as they see Miu is actually a lot more open when it comes to her feelings about Kenichi. Hell, she spent more time with him. She's seen how the charms that he has. Oh yes, I have plans. The ship is still Miu x Kenichi. Yeah. I want y'all to guess who Izuku's ship is gonna be. Y'all probably can guess it. Yeah, it's easy. But the ship Izuku's gonna be with, it's gonna be fun for me. Anyway, when it comes to their training, yeah, it's a lot more like it would be in the anime, except Kenichi and Izuku are more open to it. They know it's dangerous. They know what could happen. They just like, we survived this long. Why not? And there is a hell of a lot less complaining, which I still need to hold back, just not as much as originally. Mainly because he somewhat still sees them as those kids that he was training beforehand. So them constantly dying doesn't always happen. But when they do, the fear in their eyes, especially when Kenichi dies in Miyu's eyes. Which I feel so terrible. And when it comes to Izuku, pretty much not wanting or caring about his quirk, yeah, he doesn't at all. He doesn't care about quirks whatsoever. In fact, he wants to be the first quirkless hero. Oh yeah, Izuku's not getting one for all. No, he's not getting it. If anything, I'm possibly just going to get it to Melissa or somebody. It depends on my mood. But still. Izuku, Kenichi, best friends. Miyu, still possible love interest. And now we get to the entrance exam after the 10 months. In which Kenichi, he has thought about going to the same one, but really he doesn't want to fight. He doesn't want to really be a hero. He just wants to live peacefully and protect those he cares about. As long as they're alright, he's alright. Izuku still has that hero mentality. He still goes through the entrance exam, while Kenichi goes to the same school he did in canon. When it comes to the theoretical exam, plenty of time to train, plenty of time to study. Izuku gets an A. When it comes to the practical exam, he pries those doors open and unleashes torrent of punches, kicks, knees, elbows, all that shit, and destroys robot after robot without any hesitation, let alone remorse. He knows what he can do to a human. Let's see what he can do to a robot, in which he has collected a noise amount of points. However, when it comes to the 0-pointer, Izuku is all too happy to destroy that some bitch. And when I say destroy, there is literally nothing left for him there. There's nothing but bits of gears, scrap metal, oil, just flown throughout the whole testing ground. And Izuku admires his work, as he should. Now, onto Kenichi. People still call him weak knees because they see him as a coward for not standing up to his bullies. Remember, he just ignores them and walks away. Whenever they do try something, he just dodges expertly and sometimes blocks, even redirecting their punches from time to time so they hit themselves or their allies. But they still see him as weak since he doesn't full on beat the shit out of them. This is when one of those brutes, they decide, yeah, no, let's kick his ass. So they corner him in an alley. Him actually having no choice but to fight. At least that's what I say. Yeah, honestly, he just wanted to see how good he is without fighting Izuku or Miyu. All he's done was really spar with them. He hasn't really had to be in a real fight yet. And the ringleader is this big ass motherfucker who is pretty much the main oppressor to Kenichi. So, when it comes to him, there is no contest. He's out within seconds. Everyone else like, motherfucker, what just happened? As soon as we blinked, it was all already over. That's how strong Kenichi's gotten. Yeah, training at a young age actually is hella helpful. Who would have thought? In which he dispatches with the rest of those idiots, easily being able to take them out. Yeah, I think I should end it off here. If anything, at least you guys know how Izuku's gotten so strong. And yeah, like I said before, he is not getting one for all. As much as I want him to be overpowered, I have to give him some kind of weak This is us.